Hello, how are you? I've got a little bit of a scratchy throat today. And, when I got tinnitus is also the same time when I got COVID. So, when I got COVID, I went through many months of anxiety and very little sleep, tinnitus, other problems. I took a lot of medications to try to combat um, the anxiety and just be able to go to sleep. When I started out with COVID, I went literally 5 days with no sleep, and then the COVID kicked, and then the tinnitus kicked in after that, and it's almost I didn't even know it was possible to go 5 days with no sleep. Um, so it's possible that I may have maybe Omicron now, and I guess I will have gone almost 17, 18 months since I got COVID. Um, but I've had two shots plus the booster. That's three shots. I've had COVID once. So I think the likelihood of me having a similar episode like I did before is very small. Last night, I did have some sleep problems. Not because of tinnitus, but I just had some chills and um, I, you know, my body temperature was off. So I went I went to my medicine cabinet from when I had the sleep problems, and I got some Seroquel, and I took that, and I went to sleep, and then I slept in, and then I took like two more naps for like short amounts of time. And I think I finally had my last nap done by 1 today. But I went and exercised. I did some weight training. I know that like weight training and what do you call it? Cardiovascular training. That's really good for your hormones and your chemistry, so that you feel good. I mean, obviously, if you're really sick, you can't do that. But I went ahead and did it, and when I go out, I'm wearing a mask right now. But I did test negative yesterday, and I had a scratchy throat yesterday, so it might not be COVID at all. But still, it could be some other bug. So it's good to wear a mask anyway. So if this would have hit me 10, 12 months ago, I don't know how I would have handled it. I had so much anxiety, and now I'm really not worried about it. I've got to, if I have trouble sleeping, I can take something to go to sleep. But last night was the first time I took anything in more than 6 months, I believe, somewhere around there. And you know, if I can beat COVID one more time, I think I'm gonna feel so much better. You know that I got through it, and this time it wasn't like the last time. I don't have to go out, living in fear. I know people have all kinds of different, views, including political views about all this. But I definitely don't like to get anyone sick. That's a responsibility I have to try not to, spread something. So I have to be a little more careful. Like, I went to the gym today, and there was only a couple people in there, and the doors were closed, and I wore a mask. So I think it's okay. And I went to tea today, and again, just went up to the counter, got some tea, and left. And I don't think it was a big problem. So I'm going to kind of roll like that. I guess if I test positive, that would change things a little bit more and have to be even more restrictive. But as I understand with Omicron, it usually goes away in like 4 or 5 days. And I'm on day 2 now. So it shouldn't be much longer. And I actually feel pretty good. And I'm not even sure if it is. But in a way, I kind of hope it is. Because if I could just beat it that one more time, I don't have to live in fear anymore that I'll have a repeat of basically one of the most terrible things that ever happened in my life repeating itself. So I think in all the anxiety that I had and all the trauma that I went through, the lack of sleep, the tinnitus, some bodily sensations, a toe that hurt all the time, a knee, chest pains that weren't heart related. I've been there. I've done that. And, you know, I'm going to die one day. 100%. Unless they find some way to keep us alive, which is all the reason to try to make more money so I can be in that group that can afford to buy whatever that treatment is. But, yeah. And I accept that. I accept that I'm going to die one day. There's a pretty good chance, that I will. And when I do, I just have to relax into it. Just like, I remember someone told me that a long time ago when I was really having anxiety problems, and I really didn't understand him. But I think I kind of understand it now. We will die. And when we do, we can relax. It's okay. It's a part of life. And we will have ailments, pains, tinnitus, and we can relax into it, and it's a part of life. I know it's kind of morbid to think about this, but it's also, we can celebrate that today we are alive, and we can relax whether on the day we die, and we can even more relax because we're alive and things are going well. Or they can go very well for us, So my video is kind of weird today, but just my thoughts going on today. I just hope if this is Omicron, that I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be fine. And oh my God, it won't be like the anxiety that I had before. And on night one I already slept, so I've already gotten that far. And I've got some more sleeping medication if I need it. I'll try not to do it, and then if I need it, I'll take it. A couple more days later, hopefully the Omicron or whatever it is will be gone. Maybe it's some kind of flu. And yeah, that's that. We can laugh and relax into whatever it is we have to face. We only have this time. Might as well try our best to have a little bit of sense of humor about it, and maybe even enjoy it a little bit, whatever it is we have to do. Sometimes you just have a dark sense of humor, bad things happen, and I'm going to laugh my way through it, So, okay. I don't know if I should publish this video, but I'll go ahead and do it. And I have no idea what I just said. Okay, I'll catch you on the next one. Maybe I'll have a little bit better tinnitus advice.